Hey, welcome back everybody. Jeff Frick here, coming to you from the Egen Lounge here at the House of Blues in Mandalay Bay. It's Google Cloud Next, it's 25,000 people, Googlers and all their ecosystem talking about agentic AI. So if you're not on the agentic train, better get on it because it's leaving the station pretty much right now. So we're excited to have somebody who's on the front lines out with the customers. He's Dan Barrett, the president of Egen. Dan, great to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me, Rob.
I love it. So you're
Thank
the
you.
sales guy. So first impressions on the keynote yesterday.
It was probably the most committed I've seen Google to a roadmap and a vision that they have, which I absolutely love to see. It was fantastic.
What part got you excited, and in terms of their commitment or their vision, or how
both.
they laid it out, or what parts of that?
Both. I really love the idea that they came out about 6 months ago. They rebranded from Agent Space to Gemini, which was a big move. And they kind of promised this idea of agents in the front door being Gemini. They came out today and actually told us how are they going to do that.
Right.
They were lacking some details 6 months ago. And they came out and they really committed to it at the platform level, which is what all of our clients are asking for. So I love when you see a vision and then the details followed very quickly after.
Right. So one of the big themes, and it's not a big secret, right, was this kind of evolution of Gen AI, or now just back to AI.
Yeah, who knows?
Of kind of generating answers, because we're asking it questions, kind of search on steroids. Then chatbots all of a sudden came about, and that was cool a couple years ago. Now it's giving this thing agency in action. That was what he laid out. How does that map to what you're seeing with actual customers and where they feel they are on their journey?
Yeah, it's a conversation we literally have every day with our clients. And what I like is clients want to get started and they want to move quickly. They want to be able to address the business problems and get the ROI from the business. The problem is they lack an understanding of the technology, how to harness that technology, and also how to set expectations with the business and engage the business to get there. So what I love is Google is the platform and they invest in the technology. That's what we need them to do. They came out and they really committed to that, and I love the vision they brought forth. Where we come in is actually, we finish it off. We give them the programs to engage their business in a consistent manner using forward deployed engineering, train the trainer mechanisms, where we can actually bring their business along so they get the ROI of the investment that they're making. What I love about that is that at the platform level, as Google continues to make progress, we provide on-ramps and off-ramps to that platform we're building. So when we have something that Google all of a sudden is better than what we built, we have the ability to adopt it quickly and take advantage of the billions of dollars they're spending in the market. So we are helping build the platform while they're providing us the investment, building the on-ramp and the off-ramp of some of the technology, but also telling them how do you engage the business to go get that ROI.
And when you're going to market with Google around a client opportunity, how do you guys work together, and how do you help define kind of those early stage wins and some of those early stage, I don't want to say POCs, we're not going to try to say POCs.
We're not going to say POCs.
But just early stage projects that are going to get those early wins to help drive the whole process forward and get away from kind of classic RFP, SOW, the whole nightmare that takes 6 months and we don't have time.
That's right. No, everybody has great ideas. We're the ones who are the experts who know how to take great ideas and tell them where to get started. So what we're seeing in the market today is Gemini is fantastic for no-code, low-code agents. When you get into pro-code, there's some limitations on the client side, at the platform side. So we really just try to make sure that we start in an area we know there's an ROI, and we don't go a little bit over our skis.
Right. It's pretty interesting. So just preparing for this, I had to ask the robots, right, what are the top CIO, CTO concerns about agentic AI right now? And I'm going to tell you, and you're going to see how it maps to you.
Please.
Number one, ROI. Am I getting a return? Number two, governance and governance policy. Security was at number 3, security and privacy, which has kind of surprised me. And then data quality. And then a whole bunch of other stuff, shadow AI, blah, blah, blah. Does that kind of map to what you're seeing? And 2, does data quality being number 4 mean that, thank goodness for Hadoop and big data and all the things we went through the last 10 years, are most of them in okay shape to actually start to extract that data and build some of these apps?
So 2 questions. Are those the things we're seeing? Yes, that's exactly what we're seeing. ROI has to be there because the business is expecting things, right? They're expecting things. So we are seeing that in ROI. Security, I would put closer to 1 though.
Okay.
Right now, what we're seeing is agent sprawl. And with agent sprawl brings a lot of different security concerns. And ultimately, if they don't get control of it now, they're never going to get control.
So it's like shadow agents, would we have called it a couple years ago?
Yeah, I don't know what you would call it.
Or is it just too many? It's
sprawl.
Sprawl is the word. Okay.
Imagine an agent can build an agent,
right,
and it never sleeps.
Right.
All of a sudden, you have millions of agents out there doing whatever they want. If you don't have the right governance, so you name some of those things, well, we're seeing that coming a little bit further up as businesses are not waiting for IT to give them the capabilities. They're using it in their day-to-day life, and now they're bringing it to the enterprise if they don't get the answers they want. So security is moving closer to number one in what we see, right? From a data perspective, it's a loaded topic. Gen AI actually allows you to not be perfect from a data perspective, but at the same time, we need to tackle data. And so data has a specific way for agents to be able to read it, and it's something that we have to tackle with them. Most companies aren't necessarily at that point, so we'd rather get to the ROI rather than try to fix the data.
Right. I want to share a little bit how you help the customers with the people part of the issue, because we know, right, it's always people, process, technology, and we like to talk about technology, but the reality is in terms of actual real life adoption, you can put the technology in, that doesn't mean the people are going to use it.
That's right.
So how do you help drive customer adoption beyond just simply making sure that things plugged in and works?
It's classic change management, is the truth, right? If we don't tell them what it is, what it's going to be, and the investments that we're making, people are going to come in with misset expectations, and they're going to be disappointed. So what we're finding, especially with Google, we start with the outcome, we back into the technology and the tooling. What we're seeing enterprises do is they're starting with feature parity. So, hey, I use Microsoft's technology. I now want to use Google's. I like this feature. Where is it on Google? It's not the right way to look at it. So what we're trying to say is, don't worry about the tooling. Let's figure the outcome out, work backwards, and then we'll plug in the tooling. That comes with change management, enablement, and you need to reach the people at where they are, and you have to be pragmatic. Everyone wants big boom, big bang. We think you're better off with a phased rollout, but we have built tools to allow people to get the tool in their hands, know how to use it, so they can get accustomed to the technology while we work on the big use cases with the client. So it's a really complicated problem right now, but it's classic change management. It's just a different flavor of what we see.
Just different flavor. And what is a big red flag organizationally that you can say, you guys are you're not ready for this? You don't have what it takes to do it. I mean, feature creep, that's a funny one, right? It's like we're talking about objective-based computing, not coding.
Misset expectations, like anything in life, even with your wife, as I just met yours. It's misset expectations. They want to go and tackle the most complex problems in the world, and they're just not ready for it. But they can get major productivity enhancements if they just adopted the tool in their day-to-day life. So we try to just make sure we come in, we're the experts who can tell them, hey, it's okay, we're going to get you to where you want to be, but let's just get started.
Right, right. So don't tell us anything you're not supposed to tell us, but give us a couple examples, if you can, of when clients had kind of that breakthrough moment and went like, okay, but wow, now I see what we're doing, but I get, now I can apply it to here and apply it to here and apply it to there. When does that happen? How does that happen? Or you have some fun stories of, wow, we had no idea, Dan, that we could do this. This is crazy.
That's a good question. How to say that without the customer name is kind of difficult, is the truth. So
fair enough.
I'm going to sidestep that one and say it's happening every day.
Okay, good. Yeah. All right, good. Well, then I'm going to take it back to you. What are you excited about 2026? What are your priorities? I would never ask you what's going to happen in 2 years, because that's like infinite from now.
No, that's too far away.
But what are your top priorities for this year, and what do you see going on in the marketplace?
Yeah, I think we have to help companies along this journey, and we have to focus on the people in the process first and foremost, right? The technology, we have a great partner in Google. They're investing more money than I can even imagine in it. So we have to know that stuff, but we know that cold. We have to engage clients more intimately and really understand the people and process part of it. And that's just something that is really coming up more and more as the tooling is becoming more readily available.
Right, right.
So I really want to nail the change management, the training, the enablement in what we're doing. That's probably the most prominent question CEOs, CIOs are asking us.
And arguably probably the most important in terms of the success of the project, in terms of defining it as a success. And then that's the way you get more projects, right?
That's right.
All right, Dan.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for taking a few minutes. I know you probably got 37,000 steps and counting running around from meeting to meeting. So thanks for taking a minute off the detour and stopping by.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right,
thanks.
He's Dan, I'm Jeff. We're at the Egen Lounge here at the House of Blues at Mandalay Bay. Google Cloud next. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking in. See you next time. Bye-bye.